Hello everyone, and welcome to Caroline's Craftery, and welcome to week 7 of the CCT 52 challenge. Now, this week and other weeks, if you're following along, that's great. I would love to see what you're doing. So feel free to send me a message with your link to a video, or remember to post in the Facebook group and have a chance to win a free digital kit out of my shop. Every month I do a draw for everybody who has entered one of the weeks of the challenge. So you can still go back and do week 1, 2, whatever. So this week we have graph paper, word, thread, chain, and a wax seal. Now, if you don't have one of these things, feel free to substitute it with something that you feel is close. And the idea of these challenges is to think outside the box a little bit. Maybe there's things on the lists that I've made up that you don't use very often or something, and this will give you the opportunity to try and use up some of your stash and stuff. So let's get started. Now I've dug out my things. I've got a piece of chain. Now it doesn't have to be a real chain. It could be a picture. Whatever you feel, whatever that means to you. I've got a wax seal that happens to have some thread in it. I have my word, which is beautiful. That is on a little tag that I made. And I've got some graph paper. Now, when I was trying to decide what page I wanted to do something on, I have this page in this journal that's graph paper. So I am going to make a little embellishment that's going to go right on this flap. So it'll still open up. So that's my plan. First thing I need to do is I am going to stitch this onto here. Now, how am I going to do that? I don't know yet. Let's move the book off to the side. I've got some thread here. So let's just pull out a single thread. I've got a needle here which has some thread in it, but I don't want that. Same thread, just that was 2 strands. Let's see if we can thread this on camera. There we go. Now, a bunch of glue on my finger. My idea for this is I want to kind of make it kind of like this. Not really fancy, but I wanted a bit of chain everywhere. Kind of like that. I'll cut it once I know exactly where I'm going to put it. So I'm thinking if I start in the end chain, every couple of chains on the chain, I'll put in a stitch and just kind of go along. And then I want to, well, maybe I'll end it there, because this was going to go on the bottom, I think. And then this will just go wherever. just kind of on the top. Maybe I'll add some cheesecloth or something underneath, but my first job is to do the chain. Now you could glue the chain down. I'm not sure how it would glue down. Even if I glued it in parts to hold it while I was doing the sewing, might be a little helpful actually. So let's just try that there. Kind of like that. Everything would kind of get straightened out as I sewed it. It is easier if it's somehow in place. Actually, that will actually work. So let's keep doing this. We can kind of just put some glue where we think we want the chain to go. So let's try that much. Trying to keep the chain flattish. Not that that is really important or anything. And it actually feels like it's actually going to hold quite well. Okay. I have a lot of chain, so I'm happy to use some of it up. Every challenge I'm trying to use different items in it, although I have noticed a couple I've already repeated, but that's okay. Okay, let's try this. And once this is dry, I should be able to stitch this down quite well. Because it does seem to hold. Okay, just about got this on. Little chain dangle would look really cute too. I don't think chain is something that a lot of us use very often unless we're doing some kind of steampunk style journal or something. Let's just snip this here if we can. Did I cut it yet? There we go. We got it. Let's throw that little piece away. And now this we can so there is that. I think that would actually hold quite nicely without even stitching it. But I think I'm going to stitch it anyways. So let me go and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little pokey thing. It's just a needle, sewing needle in a cork. But it gives a nice thin small hole for doing my sewing. So I'm going to go that side of a chain and that side, and go a couple away and do the same thing. I'm going to go down the link on the chain, and then on the outside of the chain. So I'll actually do that kind of all down the chain, every second chain. So then I've got all my stitches here on the back. So then I can just go up and down each hole. And I don't think you're going to see this thread very much on there. I think it'll be hidden good enough. So I will go up one, like that, and then I'm going to go down the other hole I made, which is right there. So I'm going to tie this now because I won't be coming back up to this end. So let's tie this off. Now you could sew this chain up the side of a page just as trim or something as well. Okay, so there is that. And then I'm just going to go one, down the other one I made, just like so. And you cannot see my threads at all. It's blending in enough. And if you see them, that's okay. And then up and down the next one. And same with the next one. So then that chain's not going anywhere at all. So let me finish sewing this, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I've got the chain all attached. I'm just going to show you, like you can't see. You can see the thread. I don't know if you can see it on video, but either way it doesn't matter. And that's on there really secure. Like it's not going nowhere. And even from all the handling I did from doing the sewing, the chain had only come off on this little corner right here. So the glue will actually hold it just fine. So we've got that there. Now I thought I'd put something else on there. So I've got this here. This is from a curtain. And it's just a cute little daisy. And I've decided I'm going to put that right on the end, and then my wax seal is going to go right on top of that daisy. I thought that's going to look kind of nice. Before I do that, debating if I wanted this underneath that. Now if I put it right like that, I actually have to make sure that I don't go out on this side because it's going to flip in the journal. But I'm thinking right like that there, underneath there, like that. Yeah, I do kind of like it underneath. Or I could put it right on the top, like that. Because I don't think I'm going to put anything else on it. Let's do it that way. And I'm going to use art glitter glue. Let's glue up. Make sure I've got it on the right. Yeah, that's the wrong side here. So I'm going to put just glue on all of the daisy pieces. Try to glue it down the best I can. Okay, let's quite close to the bottom. Okay. We've got that. Now let's glue up all of these pieces. Again, just going to put a little bit of glue on where the stitching is, that it will hopefully hold it good. Try to put a bit on the stem. Okay. Now we want to try and get all this on here. I should have had the daisy pointing a little bit different direction, but that's okay. This will work. Try to make sure all those ends. Yeah, I should have, when I put it on the daisy here, I should have had like over here so that those went up, but that's okay. It works. Got that. Now this is going to go on here. So we want a fair bit of glue. Oops. Guess I should stay in frame. Let's see if I've got a clip that will hold this in place. I don't know if this will reach up that far or not. Not really. Okay. I'll have to hold that for a second. Need to get a little bit longer clips, even maybe some clothes pegs would work. Okay, that's going to kind of go there. Now this will go up here. Just out of curiosity, so that would actually end up, yeah, don't want it hanging down. So we're going to put this right up on top. I'm going to try putting this edge against that edge, so it's kind of going to be at an angle like that, which should work fine. I don't want to put stuff on the very end of there. Okay, let's put that on. Kind of there. And let's just hold that down to hold all those pieces around the chain. Could put little foam things on the back there to make it sit like on top of the chain, which would work actually really, really good. Let's drop a bit of glue right in here. Just glue that down for a second. Okay. Because that chain is keeping that little tag thing up in the air. We want to make sure that we got her glued down good. That's actually pretty cute, I think. Let's bring in our book. And now this is going to go, that string will just hang there. This is just going to go here, and then it's still going to flip open. So let's glue this all down. I could make this into a belly band, but I'm not going to. I'm going to glue it right down. I want to get all around the edge. I'm not going to put any glue on the back of that tag. And then I'm going to kind of go around the stitching, because that's going to stick up in the air a bit. And then we can just put some glue in between it all. And then let's put it down right on here. Now let's put something right about there. Okay. So there is our little flip. Just a little bit of decoration. So there is challenge number 7. We've got graph paper, we've got our word, we've got thread here, as well as we stitched on the chain. We've got our chain, we've got our wax seal. So that is number 7 done. Check out the Facebook group, check out the Etsy shop too, check out Coffee. I have all the freebies from 22 and so far from 23 on Coffee, as well as other ones. They're also in the Facebook group. So hope you like week number 7. I look forward to seeing what you've made, and we'll see you soon. Bye.